Hello everybody, this is the Introverted Comedian, and I'm back with some more Medieval Dynasty content. This time I'm going to start a series of episodes from the Oxbow Map, and it's going to be slightly different from the valley, not just the map being different, the gameplay is slightly different. So as you can see, this one can also be played co-op. If you have some friends, you can easily get up to 4 people. Okay, again I'm going to customize the game. I always go with easy. I will go with 4 days this time. I will increase the building limit to 150. I will not screw with any of the other settings, but I will get fast crafting and fast building, and basically that's it. Don't forget, at any point, if you wish, you can simply override these by pressing start when you're in the game. Speaking of pressing start, let's press start and actually play the game. So, unlike the valley map where you have the chapter quests, those are eliminated over here. And instead of having to follow a certain story, you will have lots of random quests that pop up. Well, they're not random, they randomly pop up. So basically you can start with one of them being available from the beginning. If someone else is playing the game, they will start with another one, and so on. So basically it's random, but they are the same. So at some point in the gameplay you will get it. So I'm going to skip the cinematics. As you can see, you can create your own character. You can choose male or female. You can choose the faces, you can change them, you can choose to add even more details. You can also go for the color of the hair and types of hair. The same, you can even go with facial hair if you want to have some, and then you can just accept your role. So like I said, you can change the settings at any point if you go to customize the game. So it's not so hard to do that. And just like in the first on the first map, on the valley map, you have the knowledge available. You can see more about chapters, although they're not available on this map. The same, the technology trees are the same, basically, except the map and the fact that you don't have chapter quests, it's pretty much similar. So as you can see, this map is much more simple. There are a couple of areas that are already designated as non-buildable. As you can see, all of those surfaces covered in red are non-buildable. Now, there's a town over here in the center of the map, and there are 3 villages. There's also a swamp over here, and all over the map you will find some ruins. I think there are some over here, there are some around here. So basically there are lots of things that you can find if you start engaging with the game. Now, there are also plenty of nice areas where you can build. From all of my gameplays until now, I find this area the nicest to build your village in. Because it's very close to Piastovia, which allows you to have easy access to lots of merchants. And after all, you will need lots of coins as soon as you start unlocking these buildings, you will need lots of coins. So initially you start with a story quest, you can later get some side quests and the challenges from the King Herald. Just like on the other map, initially you don't have access to building or doing anything. First you need to talk to the Castellan, but until then you need to complete this quest. So the main story of this map is that your character was traveling in a caravan and they were ambushed, then they were saved, and because your character was injured, this doctor saved him, although he seemed more like a barber apparently. Okay, so you will need to go on with whatever he's saying. You can choose basically anything from what he's saying. Then he will ask you to take this list of exercises. You can also recheck the knowledge if you want over here. So the list of exercises is basically given to you as a quest. You need to gather 10 stones, to get a few other resources that are in a nearby chest. Okay, so there's quite a couple of stones immediately, you don't need to go anywhere else. Okay, basically that's it. Next, it will ask you to loot the chest near the sick house, which is this one. Now you need to craft a stone knife. Very simple to do that. Okay, so now there's already a rooster that was sacrificed for your character to learn how to get meat. Now you need to craft a simple torch. Basically this is kind of preparing you to cook things. So in this case I can use the fireplace inside the sick house. If you go outside this place, not even sure if it's available after this quest anymore. If you go outside, you will need to craft yourself a campfire and use that campfire to start cooking. To light up the campfire, you will need a torch. So basically, it's kind of teaching you the steps to play the game and survive out there in the wilderness. So you just need to get inside, interact with the fireplace, and cook that meat. Okay, so next comes crafting a wooden spear. Again, very simple to do so. All you need is one log. Now, you do need to equip it and hit the archery target that's next to the sick house with the spear. It's always best to aim a little bit higher than the target. And there we go. This is hit. Don't forget to take it back. To grab a few stones for later. Okay, hello my friend. Let's see. Okay, as soon as you finish his quest, he will tell you to go talk to the Castellan. So you can easily find him by looking around the map, and he's usually on top of the wall, just having a stroll. Head to the nearest entrance or exit and you will see him walking by. Okay, you can just simply do whatever. He doesn't actually care about you. He will just ask you to go talk to this man, who's basically an administrator for the town. And he will basically give you permission to start building around. Now, one thing that's changed, unlike the other map, you have all of the buildings from the beginning. You're allowed to go with 100%. Well, 100% would be 75. I usually go with 150%, which gives you the chance to get up to 105 buildings. Also, you need to farm dynasty reputation, otherwise you cannot get villagers. There are plenty of merchants over here that can sell you quite a couple of things. Now, speaking of selling, just like on the first map, you have a couple of useful things that are already given to you on this one. Some of them I will not use, so I'm going to sell them. So basically, broadleaf plantain helps you heal yourself. The dried meat helps you satisfy your hunger. These are materials that you can use for crafting. So just like on the other map, it's quite simple. Most of them you can just use from over here, from the creation menu and handcrafting. Now, you will also be given this quest. Basically, after a year of surviving, it will trigger following quests. And until then, as you can see, there are quite a few quest markers along the map in each of these places. And each of them will give you a certain activity to do. Unlike the other map, the story quests will not be forced to be completed for a certain period. You can just accept them and complete them whenever you want. Now, there are quite a couple of merchants over here.
How can I help?
So you can do some more trading. Like I said, this is one of the reasons why I choose this area for the merchants. There's plenty of resources available, plenty of things to help you carry more. As you can see, you can easily get a small pouch, a simple backpack to help you carry more. Although, to be fair, they're not that useful. Let's take a second look. Yeah, so due to their value, they're not that useful, to be honest. Okay, this lady can sell you either some plants or some potions. Okay, this one might actually be useful at some point.
Want to see you soon.
This lady has plenty of tools, but they are quite expensive, to be fair. So it's not so nice, to be honest, to end up buying them. This man over here has plenty of food, and as you can see, he also has a quest. Might as well take it. So his quest is related to bringing him back some beetroot. He actually gives you, he's nice enough to give you 16 beetroot seeds. Hello, my friend, how are you? Okay, this guy has plenty of farming materials.
Can I interest you?
As well as crafting materials. Well, basically he's a crafting material supplier. And this is he is basically the main reason why I like to start a village close by. Okay, so there's also another way of getting quests, and this is by coming over here in the somehow center part of Piastovia, and you interact with the notice board. You will see you can deliver beetroots, hunt badgers, or deliver other things. Now these usually don't pay very well. They're actually paying very poorly, but that dynasty reputation is usually worth it. Okay, so my aim right now is, like I said, to start getting a village sorted out. Unlike the valley map, where you usually have inside the villages a place to recruit villagers for yourself, on this one you will find the villagers outside. For Piastovia you'll find them over here. For Clonica they are usually over here outside the village. For Skauki, again somewhere outside the village. And for Ostoya, if I can actually get there, it's also again outside the village. So it's a little bit different also because there are less villages. You will be able to recruit more from one spot. Usually there can be up to 6 of them over here. Just like on the other map, you can always see their skills by using inspector mode. Okay, this guy is actually useful, this guy. Okay, so when it comes to villagers, unless you've already played on the other map, and if you're new at this, just like you have your own skills for extraction, hunting, farming, diplomacy, survival, and production, the villagers will have them too. Extraction helps them get water for you from a well, helps them get logs for you from a woodshed, helps them excavate stones or any other resources from the excavation shed. Same for the mine. Meanwhile, if they're good at survival, they're very good on the herbalist hut or on the fishing hut. For hunting, they just need to be hunters. For any farming activity, whether they're working some fields or they're working in a barn or they're working on one of the animal sheds, they will need the hunter's experience. And for production, they of course will need productivity. So basically they can have from level 1 to level 3, the standard ones. You can also find some very skilled workers along the map. I usually find them randomly. You will just notice something is different from the last time. Basically they come in as refugees, and let's see if I remember this well. So recently I discovered one of them was popping up in a tent over here. Usually there's no one there, so this is why I found it strange. I found another one somewhere around here. Again, he was camping by a tent, so they will just pop up out of nowhere. Now, like I said, the ones that actually have at least level 3 and something, they are useful. So I'm going to keep these two. Him I actually want for my village as soon as possible. And this one, because he doesn't have any of his skills at level 3, I'm going to invite him to my village. Then go to management and simply remove him because he will not be any useful for my village. Okay, so now starting a village is never very easy. I do want to unlock quite a few things. So first of all, I do want to unlock the smithy at level 1, which I'm not sure if it's possible in just 1 hour. At least not with the way I've been playing it. Then I do want these unlocked by the end of the season, the food storage barn and the farm shed. And then these I don't actually care about initially because I can do those activities myself. I do want at least the wood shed so I can have someone start getting logs for me. And that is simply because logs are kind of hard to get initially. Okay, now I'm also gathering lots of resources to do some crafting. I want to craft some stone. Oh, I'm already overloaded. So I want to craft some stone axes. You need plenty of logs when you start to build basically anything. So let's say I wanted to build myself a house. You can see that's 25 logs and it's not so pleasant. Now I've actually seen something nice over there, which is perfect. I also managed to level up. So when it comes to survival, which I just leveled up, this one is very nice to have, the survival sense, strong as an oak, then athlete and solid as a rock, but to get to them you actually need to unlock from the previous tier something. So I'll just go opt in for getting survival knowledge faster. Now I've already managed to overload myself and I want to get a mini camp sorted out. Like I said, I will try to get my village built somewhere along this area. I've recently experienced playing and building houses over here, so I am kind of aiming to do the same. It's a very decent area because it's very flat. Now I just need to find a place to do some building. Okay, so initially, because I don't need a house for the moment, I'll just start with a campfire. I'm going to build one over here. Okay, now if you want to store something, you can also use furniture and decorations. And you already have the wicker basket unlocked. And you can deposit up to 15 kilos in it. Okay, so I'll leave this one, I'll leave this one. I don't actually need the food with me for the moment, neither these. I don't need the seeds yet, not these, not the straw. Okay, so for the rest of the things that you have, because they're heavier, you can just simply drop them on the ground and then pick them up when you need them. Okay, so right now I actually need quite a lot of sticks, but I also noticed that nearby, and this is something that happens randomly, there's an abandoned camp. So I am going to check if I can find any useful things that I can sell. Okay, there's a bucket, there's some fish meat, that's not bad. Ooh, some coins and salted fish meat, this one is actually very decent. Iron knife, fishing spear, not so great. I don't really need it for the moment. Cherry wine is very valuable. And some more fishing spears. Okay, so like I said, these are totally random. You never know exactly what it is. Having a look around here, there might be a couple of other things spawning, and there are some barrels over here. I really hate when the game starts because your stamina goes down way too fast. Okay, so these barrels are quite useful. This one is actually very useful, especially because of this. Okay, so like I said, these are random things. You will not get them all the time. But they are amazing to be found. Okay, so since I am over here, like I said, there's also some of these, some ruins that you can find all over the map. And usually it's the same items that you can find in each of these ruins. Now, all you need to do is have a good look around and check every level to see what items there are. Okay, so I found some potions, some beer, more beer. Now, also found a lot of coins and some more beer +4, which is perfect. Let's see, I think there was another thingy over here. Or maybe not. Okay, I wasn't able to go through there, so I'll just need to go this way. Okay, so like I said, always make sure that you're checking everything. Okay, this is just bottles. I don't actually need bottles, only the finished product. Okay, there's another small building over here. Again, more coins, which is very useful. I don't actually need clay balls and they don't sell for much. Have a quick look around somewhere. Sometimes there might be some small things like this one, potion of weight. Okay. And also go around this place. Make sure that you're checking everything. Okay, so there are some stairs over here. Okay, bronze pickaxe, that's very good. Beer, very valuable. Meat, very valuable. More beer, very valuable. Again, lots of coins, some carrot seeds, some seedlings, perfect. A bronze shovel. And quite important, a golden ring, that's very valuable. Okay, so I'm quite overloaded. Now, it is midday. I could have used, I just got this earlier, weight limit potion. I could have used it. The main issue is it's quite late during the day and I want to do some wood cutting the next day, so I'm going to save it until then. I still can slowly get back to town and sell most of the things that I just found, which will actually allow me to start with a decent amount of money. Like I said, in order to get technologies sorted out, you will need that. So basically, if I actually need to craft a bow, once I unlock the hunting lodge, I will need to pay 100 coins to unlock the recipe to craft it. It's not just the materials. Also, at the moment I was lucky that I found some extra coins, but otherwise the items I just found would basically be my source of income. Unfortunately, on the other map there are no such abandoned places, so it's not as easy to get it. Although there are quite a lot of side quests, and most of them have rewards that are coming as items. Okay, so like I said, the main reason why I like this village, or better said, it's a town, sorry, is the fact that there are quite a lot of merchants. I can easily get rid of a few items that I don't need. So I do not need the bronze pickaxe, I do not need the shovel, I do not need the copper axe, the fishing spears, at least not for the moment. They are more valuable for me as selling them, the same with the wine and the meat. The saturation potion, because I don't have I don't actually need a less water consumption, there's water everywhere. The beer can be sold. These I'm going to keep because they are always important. This one can easily be sold. Okay, so once you are selling things, you will also get your some diplomacy points. Let's see, not sure exactly how much. I think for each coin you trade there's 1 point of experience. Let's see, I have 51. And if I sell something that values 25, I've got 51.4. So yeah, it's if you want at any point you can always increase this by going over here and going with the XP gain multiplier, but I like to keep the settings as they are. So there are two ways to increase your diplomacy. Once by selling things, and second by flirting with NPCs. Okay, let's sell some more things. Like I said, these are quite useful. It's always best to sell them in the beginning of the game, since you don't actually need most of them. Okay. Yeah, so basically I actually have a decent amount of money right now. Okay. Now it's time to go back. Before I go back, I'm going to grab some seeds though. Where are you, my friend?
Hail, friend.
Yeah, so I usually tend to go with 20 plots for each of the resources that I'm going to take care of. So I want to plant some flax and that beetroot. I'm not sure if this is the right season for beetroot. I know it is for flax. So I'm just going to grab 20 of these. So 18 because I already had two. Okay, so this is quite an investment, but I still have some money left. Like I said, you can always buy some tools from over here if you want to. I don't find them that useful, to be fair, and also they are quite expensive. Let's see how much the bronze ones are worth it. She doesn't even have all of them. She only has just a couple, so again, not very useful.
Can I have a good day?
Okay, back to my own camp. Yeah, so the reason why I kept the bucket is because you will need the buckets for when you get villagers, they will need a steady water supply. Okay, just going to quickly drop the things that I don't actually need over here. This one I'm saving, like I said, for the next day. It looks like I reached the limit. Okay, so I need one more stick. You can easily find them all over, so you do not need to worry about that. Okay, so basically very soon I will want to build at least 2 houses, one for myself and one for villagers. So I need lots of sticks, I need lots of straw, I need quite a bit of stone, I need quite a bit of logs. So in order to get logs I will need stone and sticks to make those axes. So first I'm going to focus on the sticks. Meanwhile, I will, by collecting these sticks, I will also gain some survival knowledge. Hopefully it will go quite fast, so I can unlock some perks that will be useful in the future as well. Now, speaking of useful, sometimes over here. Okay, so I haven't actually covered this. So one good thing about the game is that whenever you go through any place, you will automatically, as long as you're within distance, you'll automatically discover the animals over there. So whether they're dangerous or not, you will discover them from the distance, like I discovered the deer from over here, which actually gives you a chance to protect yourself in case there's something dangerous. Now I'm having a quick look over here because sometimes there is a small camp, abandoned camp that can pop up. Apparently not this time, so I can get back to focusing on these. Yeah, so the sticks, and later on I'm going to get lots of straw, will help me get some buildings fixed. The sticks are also helping with getting um, lots of tools crafted initially. Like I said, I do want to craft quite a lot of axes. It's not necessarily that I want to do it, it's that I'm forced to do it. The stone axes are very, very poor in durability. Okay, so like I said, the main focus right now is on these. Always check your inventory to see how much carrying capacity you have. Like I mentioned before, you can use pouches and backpacks. Later on, you can have a mount that can carry for you. And also, if you level up your extraction skill by building, chopping down trees, mining, you can also get some experience in extraction, and with the mule perk unlocked, you will be able to carry more. As I previously mentioned, there's also the potions that can help you carry extra weight. I'm keeping that one for the next day. There are some potions for less stamina consumption. There's some food as well. I will cover those whenever I get to them. It's quite early for me to talk about them. Like I said, for the moment, the main thing is to get these sorted out. Oh, perfect. Okay, sometimes you might find things like this, some coins hidden, and plenty of stones in one go. Now, if you want to craft wooden shovels, it will cost you 2 logs. So I'm happy I just found that one. Spared me from using some vital resources. In the beginning, basically everything is vital. Okay, so I want to grab myself around 250 sticks, maybe. Probably need even a lot more than that at some point in the next few days. Depends how much building you want to do and what buildings you're going for. Okay, perfect. Another survival level. Okay, so at this point, there are quite a few choices I could make. Since I intend to get more sticks and also get some straws, I'm going to go for this one. The faster I can level up, the better. Okay, if you want, you can chase these guys around a little bit. They will not attack you. Trying to make sure that I'm getting most of the resources from one area and then moving further. Okay, so let's see. 217, could do it a few more. Okay, let's see, which one was it? Okay, so production, full focus. Yeah, I want to get that full focus. At the moment, if I'm oh, perfect, hunting lodge unlocked. Yeah, so when you unlock, when you do the activity for a longer time, you get points. In this case, I actually got the lodge unlocked. You can now set some bird traps. Those will give you some experience. I'm not actually interested in doing that. So I'm just going to gather my sticks. say that's about right, since I kind of hit the limit. Might as well grab a few stones on my way. Okay, so like I said, I already have plenty of stones over here. And now I want to craft... so most people tend to go for these, so they can get fast experience when it comes to production, and also to sell them. The stone knives can be sold for better price, as far as I remember, than the stone axes. In my case, I want some stone axes crafted so I can use them to chop down trees. Okay, I was also able to level up this, but I'm still far away from the kitchen and the smithy. Let's see. I still need to work towards these two. In fact, three. Okie dokie. So I'm going to drop most of the axes. I'm going to drop most of the sticks. The wooden shovel I can actually place in here. Okay, and like I said, in order to actually use a campfire, you will need to light it. To light it, you need a torch. Then you can either craft yourself some food, or, like in my case, you can sleep. Okay, so first let's get some water. Second, let's get some food. Okay, and now I need to chop down some trees. So when it comes to tree cutting, as you could see, you can always check the technology over here, the knowledge over here, and see exactly what you need to do. But the principle is quite similar to real life. You just need to chop them down using the right tool. So like I said, the main issue with this is that the durability for the stone axes goes down quite fast. Also, your energy goes down, your stamina goes down quite fast. Now, there are a couple of types of trees: the birch trees, then you have spruce trees, and you have maple trees. Unfortunately, this area is not very good with the trees that it has. The birch trees are only giving you 2 logs once you chop them up fully. So basically, to chop up trees, you need to chop up the tree itself. It takes 7 swings. Then once it's down, you need to get 2 more strikes and turn it into logs. Okay, same with these. So you're also getting some additional resources. As you can see, when they're down and I'm chopping them up, I'm also getting more sticks and also some feathers. From time to time, you're going to get some tree seedlings. They can be used in decor crafting later, or you can just sell them if you're early in the game. And like I said, from these you only get 2 logs, which is not that useful. The main issue is not the logs, the main issue is that, like I said, the axes are going down quite fast. If you already have most of the resources, you can just go craft them. Yeah, perfect. The well is there. Okay, let's see what exactly would I need to get it sorted. Okay, 10 logs and some straw. That's not bad. House says quite a lot of logs. Also, one of my main goals is to get a resource storage. I still need to do lots of chopping. Okay, so right now I'm trying to get as many of them down as possible and turn them into logs. Once I'm finished with doing that, I can finally use that potion that I found for carry weight. Also, I can use the shovel and then gather as many logs as possible in one place. Yeah, so for the moment I'm trying to... I could have gone to another area. Like I said, there are other types of trees, like... Sorry about that. Like these maple trees over here. So it takes the same number of chops to take down. The same number of chops to actually split into logs. Only from this one you get 4 logs. So if you're going for lots of logs, this would be the best way. In my case, I am also trying to clean the area to do some deforestation. So I can start building things around. Once again, useless. Okay, sometimes they will roll all the way out. Might as well grab these since they are very close to my camp. And add them all together with the rest of the things. Hey, give me back my sticks. Okay. Again, I am just going to drop them. Okay, so like I said, you can also find these, the seedlings, and you can either keep them later, you can use them for decor, or you can sell them for a decent amount of coins. On this map, since I've already found those useful items, I don't actually need to go sell them. Okay, so I will need some more axes. I'm going to take 2 with me this time. Yeah, so the main goal is to finish putting down some trees over here. Perfect. Okay, so extraction level 1. Makes it easier to level up. Some more chopping. Yeah, so basically in the beginning you're kind of forced to go with this. Like I said, my main goal is to actually get enough resources, and also I want to unlock the resource storage quite close to it. That one I actually want to build as soon as it is available. This is why right now getting those trees down is going to be very helpful. Also, since these trees are quite close to where I want to build, where I have my resources stored, I do not need to actually use that weight potion for the moment. Yeah, so I will need to carry on doing this in the next episode as well. Okay, perfect. Now I can get the resource storage. Well, let's see exactly how much it costs to build it. Okay, so I need 12 stones, I need 34 logs. The logs were more important. Okay, you can always check logs on the ground by going on inspector mode. To see if I actually have enough. Might as well chop down some more trees. Quite a few. Okay, we're very close to it. And once again that decided to break. Okay, dokie. Like I said, you can always get all the items in your inventory and then drop them. Makes it easier to have them all together. But you still need to be careful how you're dropping them so that they don't slip away. You can always see them like this in inspection mode. Okay, so basically I have quite enough logs, I think, for what I needed. And this is it for this first episode. I was able to get the number of logs that I need for the resource storage to be built. Now I just need to get the rest of the resources. I already have the sticks, just need to find some more stones in the next one. There are quite a few nearby, and then I need to go get some straw. So if you've seen anything useful, or you have any tips on how you're starting the game, or you have any questions, please feel free to leave a comment. And until next time, have a good time. Bye bye.